Right?
What you do, man?
How you feeling,
You
bro?
still entertaining
And
that
now I
crowd,
gotta turn
man?
my camera on.
Hey, bro, it just kicked back up, bro. He came on the live talking about some weird ass shit yesterday. Talking about, yeah, we on your head. Yeah, we want you dead. I'm like, you ain't gotta look for me because I'm looking for you. Let's link up. You gonna drop the location? And you know, but man, how you feel? I want to get on some knowledge, man. Fuck that dirty ass nigga. I want to get on some knowledge though. We got the
I
God
know
up
he
on
got a message. I know he do.
Always got the message is always feathers up, feathers down, motherfucker.
Ooh.
We in this bitch.
What?
That's the eternal message. Now, I don't give a fuck what nation or clan you from. Long as you realize feathers run this bitch over here. I don't care what you
Yes.
do after that. I don't got all of that personal shit. Motherfucker can feel any kind of way they want, think what they want, say what they want. I can continue to be right. They can continue to be wrong as fuck. And I don't have to give a shit.
Drop them feathers in the comments, y'all. Drop them feathers in the comments.
For sure, feathers up to the motherfucking world. Blow like 7-4 in this bitch.
Hey, facts. We all know that, you know, the feather symbolizes flight and balance. So we some fly ass, balanced ass motherfuckers over here. So we gotta rep that shit hard.
Hey, but look, the feathers also represent freedom. The freedom of the bird to traverse the land and the air.
Exactly.
Unobstructed.
Free as a bird on the real.
Where you think that term came from? That's our shit. They stole all our epithets and tried to put that shit in other places. Free as a bird. That's some Native American wind talking shit there if I ever heard it.
Definitely. Hey, Rod, I got a download coming up, man. I definitely would love for you to be present, God. I'm gonna be diving deep in on cemeteries and cremation. You feel me? As far as like, it's deep. I don't even want to start because I know we'll probably get into this shit right now. But it's deep. I'm gonna drop it tomorrow, man. If you free, God, I definitely would love for you to get over here.
Depending on the time, I think at 11 a.m. tomorrow. I forgot who it is. I hope I'll be up because I've been fucked up sleep lately. My sleep don't normally be interrupted. Like if I know I'm in a war and the bomb's gonna be flying, that shit ain't gonna wake me up. But if I don't know, them motherfuckers will wake me right up. So whatever going on is something I don't know about that's outside of my field of vision that's fucking with my sleep.
You could think it.
Well, you really both, because mine been messed up here lately too.
I think it got something to do with the seasons. That's why we got to keep our eyes on nature. You feel me? Like every season, you know, we all doing a shift. This shit been getting crazy over here. But it's like everybody I've been talking to kind of experiencing a similar thing. So I'm like, you know what? It is shifting seasons right now too. We got to be privy of that too, though.
We always got to be aware. We've been having this for about 3 days back to back.
Hold on, break that down. You gotta go in on that, guy, because I'm asleep on that. What you talking about? I'm listening.
Look, so when you go to the ones that's watching the stars and shit, they like for instance, Kalai, he might be a good person because he be keeping track of what the sun doing, right? Because they're measuring UVAs, UVBs, etc. The shits come from eruptions on the sun that send energy in massive amounts this direction.
Yeah, the CMEs, right? They CMEs, right?
Yeah, that's CME stand for.
Okay.
So it looked like a volcano erupted on the sun's surface, but it's a plasma burst of energy, and when it get here, it fuck all kind of shit up. Cross wires, you know what I'm saying? People ain't watching the animals. Like the animals getting out the water, man. That ain't normal. You got motherfucking dolphins and killer whales running up on the beach. Whole fucking beach full of caiman where the caiman don't normally be at. I seen the beach full of motherfucking seals at night. Motherfucker got motherfucking alligators swimming in motherfuckers' houses in Florida. All kind of shit going on. Like,
not to mention how the water went back, like it left shore or something. It went back. Not to mention that.
Yeah, because I gave them the warning the other day. Don't trust the coast. Because anytime that water get drawn away from the coast like that, that should come back with a vengeance.
So you think it's because the CMEs that like the animals been washing up on shore? Because like, you know, it's a lot of talk about, you know, how we was in the water before at one point in time, and then we started over time, you know, through a process of adaptation and also mutation.
It's something else going on. It's something else going on, guy. Like my man just said in the comments, somebody said in the comments, it was a river full of fish in the desert. Right? So when the water came up in the desert, wherever it came up at, it was filled with fish. They was deep in that motherfucker. Started washing them down in the desert shore. I mean, this shit ain't normal, man. It's some strange anomalies. I think it's the effect of Nibiru, though. I think because Nibiru pulling the water to the equator as it get closer. Right? So if it don't come back in the next couple of days, if it lasts longer, it's still coming back.
You think
but it's crashing when it come back.
You think it's close to that 300 or no 2600 years? Because I know Nibiru crosses Earth's path, you feel Earth's orbit every 2600 years. You think it's almost time for that?
It's 3600 years, and it's due to return. It's supposed to have been back in 2019. That was when they estimated the return, but you got to remember, due to them switching the calendars, we lost a couple of years in there.
Okay.
That's why they always give us what they call a grace period. Right? So the grace period for the return to Nibiru is from 2012 to 2026. Something like that. So once that motherfucker do come, we gonna know. Cause we starting to see it now. They're starting to report the red iron oxide in the atmosphere. That comes from the tail of Nibiru. People got pictures of the motherfucker. In the Asian countries, you can see it clear as day coming in during the sunrise and sunset. You can't see it so clear from the other side of the earth.
Right.
When we in a different position.
Right.
But it's gonna be in a minute. We all gonna see that bitch. We gonna see that motherfucker whether we want to see it or not. I just want to know what motherfuckers gonna think about it. They be calling motherfuckers crazy, and they look out in that sky and they see something bigger than every object in the sky. So big that you know the motherfucking earth will fit in that motherfucker a couple thousand times.
Yeah, the master teacher, Baba Yanun, Dr. Malachi York, he taught that, planet Nibiru or X Nibiru it really ain't even a planet. It's a planet, but it's really a mothership, and that's the ship that holds all the other, vehicle, spacecrafts, so to speak.
Yeah. So
would you agree with that?
Nibiru used to be a dwarf star, and the ones who are on Nibiru come from different star systems. It's like a galactic United Nations building floating in space. That's what the motherfucker like. All different kind of crazy looking creatures and shit on that motherfucker, but the motherfuckers be smart as hell.
Smart as fuck.
And we looking at them because we looking at how ugly they is. So they look like the fucking Predator or some shit, or Bigfoot, or what we call it, Chewbacca. And we thinking that they dumb. Them motherfuckers are smart enough to run rings around us if we ain't on top of our game, if we ain't woke up to God mode. If you ain't in God mode, you can't fuck with them motherfuckers, none of them. Even the weakest ones that's on the planet ship.
Babies.
If you ain't in God mode, you don't stand a chance. And these motherfuckers so out cold, dog, they know what spectrum of light to vibrate on, so they could be standing next to you and you don't even know they're there.
Hey, it's deep because, if we really think about it, shit, these beings, they have to be telepathic. You feel me? I mean, not just telepathic, but telekinetic as well. Cause like I know, like in the holy tablets, the master teacher, he gave, very detailed descriptions of the whole anatomical breakdown of their whole anatomy, like their blood type, their height, their weight, all type of intricate detail. And, all the extraterrestrials that, he brought forth, all of them was like long and slinky, like they didn't have like muscles because they had more mental power. So instead we may need to move muscle to like lift a car, but they can lift that motherfucker with their mind. That's why like grays, they long and skinny and dangly and shit, because they got heavy mental power but little physical strength. That's scary though. That get kind of scary though.
Look, also they lose muscle tone traveling through space with no resistance on the body. But they got ways to artificially maintain themselves. Like the monoatomic platinum group metals is what they really need from us. Right? That's what they eat, most of them. Some of them eat humans, but that's a whole nother animal. But they got different species. They all eat different shit.
Right.
You got motherfuckers. They eat like humans. Like you got some humans vegan, some eat meat, some just straight carnivorous, some eat bloody meat. All that shit is in the same Because we amalgamation of damn near all of them motherfuckers.
Right. Facts. Yeah,
fucking around in laboratories, stirring motherfuckers up and shit.
Man, it get kind of weird. So like, let me ask you something though, God. So, they definitely not. I mean, from my understanding, all extraterrestrial races is not hostile, but it's a lot of them that is hostile, and they look friendly as fuck. Like let's take like the Greys, or even the cousins of the Greys. They come from the Zeta Reticular star constellation. They call
those are Meridian Greys.
The Zetas. So like they like look harmless, but they very hostile. Like, you got any information on that, on like what species to be looking out for, just in case we may encounter an extraterrestrial, and you know, in the dream realm, and these are interdimensional beings as well, you know. So like, if we encounter one, like, how will we know if they hostile or if they came to help? Because some of them came to help us and save us, but some of them are very hostile.
Listen, man, trying to figure out which one hostile to get you killed.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
You can't look at them and say this one is hostile, this one, and all of the Greys ain't from the same place. Most of them wearing suits. They look like the sign and without their suit on. Most of what we be describing when humans be describing Greys, they be describing this shit out of their spacesuit. So that's like describing the astronaut spacesuit as if that's how he looked.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So yeah, it's deep. I ain't gonna cap. Like, you know, I feel back, you know, from the teachings, you know, of the whole, you know, extraterrestrial shit, but because I was real deep into that shit at one point in time. But you know, I still dibble and dab, you know, and entertain the conversation, because I'm not gonna say, you know, it's fake or it's true. I'm gonna say it's a very high probability that, you know, we are being invaded, and we're gonna keep being invaded in the near future as well, because we can't be the only ones in the boundless universe that's living with intelligence.
Hey,
you know,
them motherfuckers is all over this bitch right now, boots on the ground. We still looking at the sky. These motherfuckers boots on the ground now. They don't need to fly around no more. Some of these niggas that you see, you can smell them coming. They smell like sweet motherfucking flowers.
Man, that
ain't no cologne. That ain't no perfume. That's raw melanin emanation. It smells kind of like flowers. But you can't identify which flower it is. You just know the shit smell like flowers.
Just know that shit smell like flowers.
Yeah, they all over the place. And the number one tell is the real chocolate, like look like a Hershey bar color. They're about 6'8". Them the ones they send in the earth. Them inky kids, they got 6 fingers and 6 toes on each hand, each foot. Them inky kids, they the only ones authorized to come down here and get Enlil kids off world.
It's deep, because like when I was a kid though, bro, I used to get visited all the time. But as I started to get older, you know, I stopped getting visited. I used to get visited, you feel me, by this one old couple. I really can't make out their face, but I know they used to wear all white. And the mother, the grandmother used to come to sit at the edge of my bed, and then the old man used to always be sitting in the chair in the corner. And that shit used to happen to me all the time. And they brought a specific scent with them. I remember one time, you feel me, I got visited by I don't know if they was interdimensional or extraterrestrial, but they had a very distinct smell to them. And I still remember that smell. I'm 33. You feel, I still remember, if I smell that smell anywhere on the planet, I know they somewhere near. You feel me? And these motherfuckers was like kind of like chubby, like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but they had like kind of like pinkish skin. You feel me? With long, man, it's deep. They was bald head. They ain't had no hair. They had like pinkish skin. They was like kind of chubby, but they had brought a very distinct smell to them. And I smelt that smell, and like a couple of times, you feel me, throughout my adult years, I just was never able to see their ears. It's deep, man. I'm pretty sure I ain't the only motherfucker that used to get visited as a kid and then it stopped.
Well, you know, they ain't never stopped visiting me. They getting on my goddamn nerves, telling me what to do and shit. They really getting on my last nerve, because they telling me to do all this shit, but the results move so slow in 3D time. To them, this shit moving like hyper speed. To us, this shit slow as hell. But you got to remember, for us, for them, one of our days one of their days to us is 1,000 years. So shit that's moving fast to them, moving slow as hell to us.
Moving slow as hell to us. Yeah, that's a fact. Yep. That's a
But
fact.
I don't normally, I don't normally fuck with that alien shit either, because my gripe with that is this: we on Earth ain't trying to solve none of Earth problems, and we looking at the sky wondering what we gonna do about motherfuckers coming from up there. If you ain't take care of the problems out here, you can stand no chance of handling that problem from up there. You don't.
No, that's a fact.
So
I agree 100%.
The only reason why I even started talking about extraterrestrials, because these motherfuckers keep flipping me signs, and now they getting on my nerves.
And it's deep, because if you ignore them, then they'll start to torment you and make your life, a living hell. So sometimes,
I've been there.
Yeah, you can't be ignoring them motherfuckers. If they
Man,
trying
I
to
told
reach
them
to you,
motherfuckers to kiss my ass so many times, and they said, okay, go and do what you was going to do anyway. I go and do what I'm going to do anyway, and it's a fucked up consequence coming with that shit. And then I got mad one day. I was like, why you bitches keep doing this shit? Right? And then they said, okay, just sit your ass down for a minute and watch. And I'm like, what am I looking for? They say Earth, watch. You on Earth, motherfucker, watch. So while I'm watching, what do I see? Everything is the same on every news channel. The niggas is crying the blues that the white man got their foot on their neck.
Yep.
But can't nobody tell you which white man got their foot on their neck.
Exactly. When they say,
which one of them motherfuckers is stealing your opportunities?
Motherfuckers be like, they got us under oppression. When you say they, can we pinpoint who they is? Hell no. Like, you feel me? That'd be my
When
thing.
I tell you they, I'm going to tell you exactly who they is, how they got here, where they came from. I'm going to tell you they illegal kids. They got kicked out of Africa as Etruscans, got kicked out of Europe as Moors, landed in Almagrib. They got a stronghold in two places on Earth. One is the Isle of Man. The second one is Switzerland. And their third is St. Lucius in the islands. This is where they camped out at. They got a gated community in upstate New York. They got a gated community in motherfucking several places in New Jersey. They come around, they standing next to your civil rights leaders talking about civil rights all the time. These is the niggas that hold the contract to your servitude. And they pretending to be us, and we not seeing who they is. They use the Masonic Lodge, specifically the 32-degree Scottish Rite. They came in under a Albert Pike doctrine of morals versus dogma in a George Washington challenge of the feathers versus the fezzes. They believe that we can't tell us from the motherfuckers that came over here in the fezzes. I'm telling them motherfuckers flat the fuck out. I know them stinking rotten motherfuckers wherever I see them at. Them baby eating motherfucking homo testicle ass niggas. I'm gonna tell you exactly who they is, and I'm not gonna bend no corners about it. And these is the same exact motherfuckers that call themselves the white man that's holding the goddamn strings to our motherfucking oppression. Yep, conquistadors is when they came out of Spain, they begin to spread their reign of terror. You can follow the conquistadors, you can follow the Etruscans. Cortez, here's where we lose them at, though. We lose them when we pick the second half of the family that came in as the Ottomans. This is why they classified us as Bays versus L's. Those are Ottoman titles of motherfucking nobility.
Ooh, hey, it's deep. Hey, it's funny that you had, brought Bays versus the L's. And speaking of L, I was just doing just a quick look, just download on, L, which is the Hebrew God. And, it's deep because a lot of people think Allah and El, which is the God of the Hebrews, you feel me, is different. Now, of course, we got many gods in the scriptures, you feel me, but I'm talking about the Most High, which is El. You got the Canaanites, they had many gods. They had El Shaddai, they had Baal, they had a lot of different gods, but El,
hey, we calling them guys, them niggas was people like us, man. Don't give them motherfuckers no status. Yeah. Don't give them no status.
Real people though, God. I think, you feel me, they a sorcerer put sorcery on them, on these people, just like how the pastor is putting sorcery on the Christians and converting people. And in the past, somebody made up these El Shaddai from Ur of Chaldea. Somebody made that shit up. It wasn't no fucking God.
Well, that's a title. El Shaddai is a title. It's not a name.
Yeah, but that was the name of one of the Canaanite gods that they was worshiping.
That was the position, the rank in the Canaanite. It's like calling our president in 10,000 years, the president of the country gonna be God.
Okay. Right. Okay. Facts. So right.
So El Shaddai. All El Shaddai mean the merciful one, the one who always is merciful. Everywhere he go, he's showing mercy. Your ass deserve to die, but he won't kill you. He's just live your life. You'll find out why he ain't kill you.
Hey, it's deep. Yeah, this shit deep. So when we talking about, you know, the Most High, speaking of L, you know, so L
L,
and
L, L.
L. I mean, me personally, I identify, you feel me, God and the devil is the same entity. You feel me? And if God and the devil is the same entity,
Isaiah 45:7.
the kingdom of God is within. No, I make truth, and I create good and evil, light and dark. Out of Lord do all these things. But I say, you know, if we go to Revelations 9 verses 1, you feel me? It says, you feel me, the fifth trumpet sounded, which is the angel, and it said, I saw a star. Because the God of that Bible will send the devil to test you. He's working with that motherfucker. But I say that's the same deity, because I'm talking about not the Most High. I'm talking, according to the script, I'm talking about the God that created everything on this earth, which people think is the Most High, but that's really Satan. Because we see in Revelations 9 verse 1, peace, God, I was just going through this. It's deep. I was just going through Revelations 9 verse 1.
Yeah, that's what we left off at before they booted us off.
Bro, they definitely, they definitely own some shit, man. I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but we was getting deep. So definitely we back, man. We back. Peace and healing. So in Revelations 9 verse 1, it say, and the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto earth, and to him was given the keys to open the bottomless pit. Now, that star that fell from heaven, we all know is Lucifer. I just went over this shit. We all, it didn't say he just got kicked out of heaven and was falling through the boundless universe. It said, the angel said, I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the keys to open the bottomless pit. Now, the earth had a name. The earth had a name, but I would say it didn't have a creation. It wasn't like developed yet. The earth had a name, but it wasn't developed, because we go to Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. It said right there, in the beginning. It said right there, in the beginning. Yeah, okay, yep. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
That's mistranslated, by the way.
Oh, okay. I would definitely agree.
The word for beginning is Barashif.
Barashif, yeah, Barashif, exactly.
Reconstruct.
So look, and they said, and we're just gonna stick to, you know, English, because we could definitely tap in and get some right knowledge and understanding about it too. But if we going everybody reading it from this translation, so this the understanding they got it. So it say, in the beginning, God created heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. You feel me? So he created the heaven and the earth, but the earth wasn't developed. The earth was a dark place, and it was void of anything. You feel me? So when
what's the time frame of this?
The Bible calculate the earth at being no more than 6,000 years old, and we know it's man-made structures that exist. It's trees on the planet that is older than 6,000 years old. The pyramids is, but if we want to go by the Bible, they don't say verbatim, but if you do the calculations, the earth was not created no longer than 6,000 years ago. If we going off the Bible, you know, shit.
Hold on. So, according to the Bible, the earth 6,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the first thing we need to do before we go to get opening up the Bible is, who the fuck told us this shit was true?
Exactly. But look though, my whole thing of breaking this down, you feel me? Because, you know, I'm Chief Why Not, bro. You feel me? And we teach right knowledge and understanding. We are here to free the souls of the masses of people. You feel me? Most people ain't gonna be able to get their soul freed, but those that we can save, you feel me? We saving them by taking them away from religion, because religion putting them in a box. We call it spirit traps. Religion is a spirit trap. So most people, Christians, Jews, and Muslims, they have no idea who they're worshiping. They think their God is just an all-loving God. They don't know the real God who they worship. And I tell them this, which is facts. I showed them in their scriptures what type of deity they working with. And
well, it ain't no secret, because this is the same motherfucker that sent David to kill all them people, sent Solomon to kill all them people, sent Joshua to kill all them people. He's a bloodthirsty maniac. with
He's, hey,
homosexual tendencies, and he been mad if you acknowledge any other guy but him and start 3 snaps in the circle in your ass talking about I'm the only one, just me, bitch ass.
and then that's a fact. So look though, I'm gonna just run through this real quick though, bro. So in
I'm gonna listen.
in Revelations 9 verses 1, Lucifer got kicked out of heaven and he fell into earth. In the beginning, the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep. So when Lucifer got kicked out of heaven in Revelations 9 verses 1, he fell to this deep, dark, voided space. And this is the sorcery in the scriptures. It says the spirit of God, but it should be saying that falling star, that star that fell out of heaven, moved upon the face of the waters and said, let there be light. Why did he say that? Because Lucifer is the light bringer. He could have said anything else, atoms, oxygen, whatever, but he said, let there be light. That was the first thing he said when he fell into earth. And he started creating everything thus from that point on earth, which is Adam, Eve, our ancestors, Jesus, Moses, Abraham. If we subscribing to that doctrine, this is who you worshiping, the fucking devil. Like, for real, we need to gain our sovereign divinity back, which is your right to become God again. You have an earth right to become God. But the masses of people will give up their sovereign divinity, which is their earth right to become God, to something external that can't be proven. It requires belief. We's building on belief too. It's deep. But you were saying, like, man, the God is this motherfucker ruthless, and not to mention pedophilia. We was breaking this. I mean, I've been breaking this shit down for the last 2 days. Let me just enlighten the people real quick. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. If y'all got y'all Bible, let's pull it open. 1 Corinthians.
I can tell you this, while you doing that, if he ain't no pedophile, he sure as hell a hebephile. Because Mary was every bit of 12.
Definitely. Yep. Definitely.
The whole church agree on that shit. Every one of their rebellious ass scholars that don't agree on nothing agree Mary was about 12.
Definitely.
So if he wasn't a pedophile, he was definitely a hebephile.
She was. And you know why Joseph was allowed? Was that Joseph, right? Yeah, that was Joseph. You know why Joseph was allowed to, have sex with Mary at the age of 12? Because, hold on, let me get the scripture, man. Hold on, man. Let me stop trying to